Hi, friends. I hope you're doing well. Good morning, or evening, or afternoon, whatever day, time you're listening to this. I'm excited to be here with you. I'm praying that what I have on my heart is maybe something that you need to hear, or maybe something that can encourage you today. It's been a while since I have been on the podcast. I haven't been very disciplined or committed to doing this, and I really want to get back into it. I really love the podcast and I love creating content that hopefully encourages other moms that have been in seasons of overwhelm. And I just want to be there as a resource, sharing what I've learned. I've read hundreds of books at this point, and I really want to help take what I've learned, how the Lord's spoken to me, how He has helped me, and help other moms, especially moms that might be feeling overwhelmed or just lost in this season of life. Um, so here we are. So today I just want to talk about discipline a little bit. And this isn't the discipline of disciplining your children. This is the discipline of disciplining yourself. It is not an easy thing to do to be disciplined. It is hard, but being disciplined and committed to what you set out for the day is really important. And we have to be better at this as mothers, as women, as wives. I think we struggle because we have a lot on our plate and not a lot of time to do everything. Maybe we're trying to do too much in too little bit of time, or we're wasting a lot of time and we're not doing as much as we should be in the time that we're given. This is something that I've been working on myself, and I've been reading so many books about it. I just got a book called How to Love Your Mornings, which is a Bible study all about what God says about the morning. And I'm also reading this other book. I have it sitting right here because I just created a beautiful picture um, with some scripture from here. For a Sacred Home, 9 practices from history to anchor and restore modern families. This woman goes in depth about 9 different people in history that have different habits that really help your home remain a sacred place, help you take care of yourself and all the things that you have to do. She has recipes and study guides in here and prayers, verses to memorize, and gives you a list of resources of where she gathered all this information and put it in the book for us. That's also helping me. Today, I read a chapter about work and how work is an opportunity to be creative. And this really kind of ignited something in me. Not, it really spoke to me because I've been since becoming a stay-at-home working mom. I have the kids home with me in the afternoon, the girls home with me in the afternoon. I started my own business a few months ago, and I've been steady working on that. I've been working on my creativity through my Instagram and my brand collaborations and all sorts of other influencer, I say that in quotes for if you're not watching on YouTube, activities. I think that using your work as a creativity is really important mindset shift for us, right? Because we're thinking of work as something we have to go do every day. And, we might be in a season where we just don't like our job and it's not allowing us to be creative. But in the book she mentioned today, like when you have the opportunity to cook or clean or make a bed or fold a towel, like that's your opportunity to be creative. And it reminds me of the Proverbs 31 woman, of course, because she worked really hard for her family, for her household, for herself, taking care of herself, and just being a good overall, like well-rounded woman. And she did everything carefully and she did everything to the best of her ability. And I think as moms, we kind of have so many things going on that we kind of forget that we can do everything to the best of our ability if we give ourselves the time and are disciplined and dedicated and committed to doing those things. So right now I have some clients that I have to work on some creative projects for them. And I'm trying to like from a work perspective, I'm trying to look at it as like let me let like my creative ability shine through. My clients are not only buying like the service, but they're buying the service from me as the person giving it. So I want to put my spin on something when I'm working with somebody, and that's what I do. From home perspective, it's as simple as like specially folding a towel or making a special snack plate for your kids or reorganizing books in a certain way or making a cute little design out of a blanket when you make a bed. Just little areas where we can look at things and be creative and use our inherently creative parts of our body that God has made for us. Like we are creative beings as humans. All of us are, even if we don't think that or have that as something that we would describe ourselves as, we are very creative people. And I think it's important that we're utilizing that skill because we will enjoy what we have to do more. So if you're in a job or something where you're like, I don't have any opportunity to be creative here, you figure out a way, like find a way. Instead of saying I don't have that opportunity, maybe look at something and say, where can I be creative here? Where can I let my personality, my light, my gifts shine in this job? It's, if you're a mom and you're like super overwhelmed. I remember being in this stage of life and I'm so out of it now, even though it feels like I'm still in it some days, but I'm out of it. We don't have diapers. We don't have bottles. I don't have to worry about specific food anymore. But I remember the days where I was like, okay, I have to pack bottles and formula and pouches and yogurt melts and teething things and diapers and wipes and extra clothes. And I have to have all of these things together and I have to make sure that it's all here. And then, I want to leave the house together and tidy because that makes me feel calm when I walk in my home and it's tidy. And you need to make a snack for myself because I probably haven't eaten and I'm probably dehydrated and all of these different areas where it's just like, there's opportunity there to be creative and to make it special and to make it unique and to creatively take care of your family and yourself. And even if it's something simple as lighting a candle when you're taking a bath, or for your child, like putting lotion on them after they get out of the bath, or for your husband, leaving a light on in the kitchen, or a little note that just says, I love you, or something when they're walking in the door from work or from going out somewhere utilizing these moments to be creative. And then here's where the discipline comes in being committed and disciplined enough to consistently show up and do that. And then I truly believe that if we're committed to that, it will fulfill us even more. And those are all the things that we can glorify God with. Lighting the candle and writing the note for your husband and just being like you're glorifying God in those moments because you're showing another person that you love them and that you took the time to do that. And that is showing them that you care and that you're here for them and, you're thinking of them. And it's the same way with the laundry and the bed making and going to work every day. You are doing these things to glorify God. And I want to read, I just made this into a um, piece of artwork and I can share it with you guys, but I made it into a piece of artwork that we're going to hang on the wall when it comes. But the verse to memorize was Colossians 3:23 to 24. And whatever you do, do it heartily as to the Lord and not to men, knowing that from the Lord you will receive the reward of the inheritance, for you serve the Lord Christ. Every single thing we do is to serve our God. And that's what this is saying. Stop looking at being disciplined and the work for yourself, for your kids, for your home, for your husband as work in a worldly way. It's work for a godly inheritance. It's doing the work for God, for Jesus. And if Jesus asked you to make him a sandwich, you would be doing it without complaining. So we should have that same perspective. I really think that little mindset shift of I'm doing this to glorify God makes your work that you have to do that much better, especially in a season where you're maybe not so happy or you're super overwhelmed. There were days I would drive to work hysterically crying when my kids were little. I was hysterical because I didn't want to be away from them. I had really long days. I was overwhelmed and stressed with all my responsibilities, and I would drive 45 minutes to a job and just feel like, what is going on? Like, I'm so tired. I loved the work I did, but I was tired and I felt like I wasn't where I was supposed to be, and I would hysterically cry. And even in those moments, because I was going to work, because I was making an income that paid for our food and our home and our clothes and all the things that we needed, it was glorifying God. I was doing where I was supposed to be, doing what I was supposed to do. Because all of those little bitty things that I stayed disciplined in and going to work and showing up every day and doing what I was supposed to do trained me to do what I'm doing now, running my business and serving my clients. It trained me to work hard and hustle so that I can make an income for my family like I'm doing now so I can help provide. It helped me figure out systems, and it helped me appreciate the time that I'm getting with my children now that I didn't get then because I had to give it up so that I could provide for them in a different way. And now I'm able to provide for them by being home most of the day with them. And that's a gift that I will always cherish because I've been on the other side of it where it's difficult and I cried and they cried and we really struggled. And doing this work that we're doing and staying disciplined and staying committed to the path is what is glorifying God and serving your family well and creating a sacred space and just really is something that you're doing for your family for the inheritance of heaven and just teaching them as well that this hard work and this discipline pays off in glorifying Jesus and also in the fruits that you get to experience in on earth. Like the work that we're doing allows us to live this life that we live, to have the food that we have, to be able to buy good food, to be able to have cars and home and electricity and anything we need, we are able to buy because we have this hard work. Now, this summer, we're doing a garden and we're actually doing a garden, and I'm putting the kids to work and I'm helping them learn what it's like to take care of it. We just started weeding it and it's been a project, okay? And it's been a labor of love. I was in a squat position for an hour and a half the other day weeding the garden. And the kids, maybe they didn't help me the whole time. And they certainly didn't because it was a long time of weeding. But they did come in and help me. And me showing them that that hard work will eventually be fruits of labor and them putting that hard work in, when they see that fruit and that those vegetables grow, they're going to know they had a hand in that. So it's just teaching them that discipline and commitment and obeying the Lord will all be worth it to glorify God and his kingdom one day. I read, I want to just end on this one passage from this book. I just want to read it to you guys because I just thought it was so good and I should have underlined it because now I can't find it. I think it was okay. This is where I got the creative work part of it, okay? Consequently, since we are made in his image, we are also made to create. It's a gift. It should leave us in awe that the God who set the stars in the sky and dreamed up the beauty of fruit and flowers created us in his image with the capacity to be creative. And that is what work is. Work is creativity. When we clean a bathroom, make a bed, or cook a thousandth meal for our family, we are being creators. We are following God's example. So the first practical step to restoration through work is to embrace work as an opportunity to be creative. If you're longing for joy in your work, this mental shift might be a missing ingredient. When we start to look at the many duties involved in running a home or caring for a family as art, as an opportunity to partner with the creator to bring order into chaos, it changes everything. I want to leave that with you guys today. This is a very important mindset shift for us all. And I'm praying that this can encourage you and help you feel more inspired and uplifted and just go out there and motivated to serve your family, serve your community, serve yourself, your husband, your home, your career well. Have a great day.